Hi guys! If you have not read the title, this video is going to be about au pairing and things you need to do before even becoming an au pair, or things you need to do before you get to the location where you're going to be an au pair. Basically some tips to do so you won't feel unprepared, or some advice, you know, some things that I've figured out that I've done that I wish I would have done, things like that. So let's get started. The first thing I have to say is the family itself. The first thing I have to say about the family itself is when you're choosing a family, no matter what site you use, no matter if you go through like an agency or something, I would say make sure you Skype a lot with the family, as much as possible. Like more than 2 times. I only Skype 2 times and I truly regret doing that. But make sure you Skype more than I mean, as many times as possible. Skype as many times as possible so you can truly get a feel of the family and the kids and how they're living and stuff. And make sure you Skype when the kids are present. I know it sounds like common sense, but now that I'm thinking about it, that didn't happen to me. I ended up just Skyping with the parents twice, and Lord knows you need to Skype with the kids to see if you even like the kids before you come to take care of the kids for a certain amount of time. So truly Skype as much as possible. Skype with the kids, no matter what the parents say. The parents are like, oh, well, they're sleeping every time you Skype. No, don't take it. Make sure you get a Skype session 2 or 3 while the kids are present, so you can feel how they are, and if you know, if you like their vibe, if you like the whole family's vibe and all of that. So make sure you do that 100%. Number 1 tip. And another tip is don't take more than 2 kids. I mean, if you want to be ambitious, sure, okay. No, I wouldn't recommend it. They don't always want to play together. So I would just say don't get more than 2 kids, because more than likely they're going to play together, and it's just a lot less stress on you. Because my kids, I live in a 4-story house here in France, and one kid lives on the 2nd floor, the other kids' rooms are on the 3rd floor. And it's really annoying when you have to go up and down the stairs just to check on them. I mean, it might just be me because I'm lazy, and who has the time to go on up and downstairs, running up and downstairs to watch kids. But really though, like, it's really a nuisance. Like, just please don't do 3 kids. I'm warning you from experience. 3 kids, it's not a fun time. Okay, so next tip, I'm not gonna count them. Please make sure you have some kind of common interests with the family. I mean, yes, again, a lot of this sounds like common sense, but sometimes you forget about it and it doesn't happen, or you just don't think about it when it's happening. But if you're gonna live with a family for a certain amount of time, I mean, minimum time is usually like 6 months. People stay years. So if you're gonna have a family, make sure you have common interests with them, because again, my family and I don't know what they thought I was gonna come here to be, but we're like nothing alike. We're like exact opposites, and I was like, oh, just please, for your own sanity, for your own enjoyment, make sure you have some kind of common interests that you guys can bond on, or something. You know, you gotta make sure you're not coming here just to do work. You gotta make sure the family knows that you're not coming here just to do work. Like, why would you come all the way to a different country just to be a worker? shade to my own family. Next tip I have is make sure you do all your paperwork as soon as possible. If you decide that you're gonna stay with the family, make sure you get it done as soon as possible, just because you don't have to worry about it. For me, I wasn't sure if I was gonna switch, so I waited a long time and nothing happened. But it's just easier when you get it out the way, especially if you know you're gonna stay. Next tip is join Facebook groups, join meetup groups. If you're a social person, there's a website called meetup.com that I use to go to meetups. It's basically like things that you like to do, like interests, if you have hobbies, like yoga, dancing, sports, art shows, stuff like that. I would say join meetup.com and see what's available in your town, and join Facebook groups, because there's a lot of Facebook groups for specifically for au pairs, and they give you a lot of tips like schooling and like phone deals, like cheap deals for students and all of that stuff, and like meetups with other au pairs. So I'd really say it's good to meet people that way if you want. So join Facebook groups. They're really helpful. There's a lot of au pairs in your same position. You're not alone. Find somebody to talk to, something, okay? And that kind of goes into my next tip. Be realistic. You have to be realistic with yourself and what you want out of this experience. This is mainly a tip for me, but if anyone's like me, then it's a good tip for you too. But I came here kind of thinking, oh, you know, I'm gonna make friends, you know, we're gonna be best friends till the end, we're gonna be traveling together and all that jazz. And in reality, that's not my personality, so I naturally didn't really go searching for friends that much, and I don't go out that much just because I don't have the energy to be giving people all the time. Like, I really don't want to be around people's energy all the time. Be realistic to yourself and your wants and needs and all of that. This next one is about language. If you're going to a country that doesn't speak your language, I would say throw yourself in the language as much as possible. Make sure you're enrolled in classes as soon as possible. You go to classes all the time. Don't ditch classes. I stopped going to my classes, but it wasn't because I didn't like it. It was just like I was too cheap to pay and I'm too broke. Like, being an au pair don't pay that much, and those classes be so expensive. So I would say if you can, find a family that pays for your whole class, because it's just a burden off your shoulders, because you really don't get that much money. And for you to be saving to pay for your classes again, you either have to pay for your classes before you even come here with your own money, or make sure you find a family that pays for you, okay? But throw yourself into the language as much as possible. Like, go to events and talk to people, and talk to people at the supermarkets and at the, for example, if you're coming here to France, to Paris, talk to the people in the bakery, the boulangeries. Talk to them in French, because a lot of those people, they don't speak English. I would say try to speak your language as least as possible. Really throw yourself into it, because you're gonna leave not knowing anything. So just throw yourself into it and don't be afraid to learn. These tips are many, like, these are another tips for the actual situation of living. I would say before you sign any contracts, make sure you read over it a lot. And make sure you do not work the weekends at all. No family. I mean, it's terrible. Don't work the weekends. Not even if it's like a few hours on Sunday. For example, my family wants me to work 2 hours on Sunday, or we're not going to talk about my family. But do not work the weekends at all. It's just not fair. It's not right. You're not supposed to be working that much. I mean, if they want to really maximize your time, then work on the weekdays, but do not work the weekends. I mean, you're in a different country. You gotta go out. You gotta go out on the weekends. So do not accept a family who's like, oh, well, you can work this day for us, so you can do, no. My family, they want me to work 2 hours on Sunday, fine, whatever. And then they often ask me to also work on Saturday, and it's like, dude, like there has been many weeks where I've had no day off. And you know what they told me? You know what they told me, bitch. They told me, I brought this up to them before, and they were like, well, we gave you 24 hours off between the night of Saturday and the day you had to work again on Sunday. So they literally meant a whole 24 hours. 24 hours, just 24 hours. Not a whole day, but actual hours of time, including when I was sleeping. But a whole 24 hours that they gave me free. Who the fuck do they think I am? Bitch. 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 Who the fuck? Who the fuck? They really tried to blame me. They really tried. They really tried. They try it often. And to add on to that, or just another tip, get your own place. If you can find you a family, make sure you find you a family that offers your own place, because a few families do indeed do that. But for some reason I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can live with them. It's just nicer if you have your own place. A lot of families give their au pairs, especially here because places are so cheap here. A lot of places offer their au pairs their own studio. So if you can do that, do it. Do not hesitate. I mean, if the family matches everything else and they're offering your own studio, girl, do not sleep on that. Last but not least, if you don't like the family, I would say give them some time, but switch. I mean, once you're in the country you want to be in, and if you don't like the family, if you don't feel like stuff is adding up, like give it a month, maybe a month and a half. But then like when it comes to the 3 months, you have to start doing your paperwork. So I would say give it like a month. And if you truly feel like it's not working out for you, switch. I kind of regret not switching at this point. But I was like, you know what? For once in my life, I'm going to give it a commitment and not quit at something. But it could have been better. So if you don't like the family, if you don't feel like it's fitting, then it's probably not going to fit. If you tried all you can do and it's still not like feeling good for you and there's still some problems, I would say switch. Because this is your experience. You don't have to go through stuff. You don't have to. You don't have to deal with it. You do not have to deal with it. Even if you signed a contract, you can still switch. I mean, you're the one who's going to be dealing with it for the next few months. I mean, I'm not saying just leave the family and let them. No, don't do that. Make sure you tell them that you're going to switch, that you're unhappy. See, maybe they'll work out something, and maybe you can, they'll work out something, and then they'll talk to the family or the kids or whatever. But if it's still not working out after that, then switch. Switch, girl. And don't be afraid to switch. Guys, too, if you're doing this, switch. As simple as that. I hope you guys enjoyed, the people who've been requesting me to do this. I hope I gave you some helpful tips. Hit thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this video. Comment down below if you have any more tips so people who are watching this video can, get more tips, truly. And subscribe. Subscribe. And that's all I'm gonna say. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.